Hi, everyone. I'm Doug Black of Inside HPC. We're at the ISC 2025 conference in Hamburg. I'm at the HPE booth, which is a beehive of activity. And with me is Tami Wessley. She is product marketing leader for HPC and AI factory solutions.
Yes.
Great. And Ben Bennett, who is senior director of HPC and AI marketing.
Good to see you again, Doug.
Good to see you again. So, HP, of course, always a big player at ISC. The new top 500 list came out this week, and HPE is all over it, particularly toward the top of the list. But Tammy, the big discussion, as it has been for several years now, is HPC and AI. And very curious about HPE's sort of holistic view of AI and HPC's place in helping to drive it.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So AI isn't really anything new in the HPC and supercomputing world. We've been doing it for 50 years. That's what it really was founded for. But where we've come now with the evolutions of AI and the incredible workloads that are being created by it, we really do have a view of what we're trying to accomplish for our customers. Everything from edge all the way up to the exascale size. And why that's important is as you're scaling, you need the right solutions. Otherwise, it just falls apart, right? It breaks. You can't scale a standard solution. And when we have it in the HPC and supercomputing world, that's really what we're focused on. It's being able to have these AI factories at scale so they don't break. And you have the speed, you have the agility, and you have everything from infrastructure to software to the control plane where you're monitoring and measuring, and it can have those AI workloads on top.
So HPE's long experience in leadership systems, leadership class
Yes.
supercomputing, I'm sure has played heavily in your whole AI strategy
Oh,
now.
absolutely. I mean, we're sitting kind of pretty. We're having the infrastructure that we've got to be able to manage at scale solutions. You're going to have a number of companies out there talking about enterprise solutions, which of course we have as well, but they don't have the breadth of a portfolio to be able to go all the way up to the really high end, being able to dig into a lot of the most amazing challenges that we've ever seen, and now AI can play a part of that.
Right. Now, Ben, um, tell us about HPE's presence in the top 500 list, the new list that's come out, and again, how that reflects the company's experience and know-how in the leadership area.
Sure. El Capitan is still the number one high performance computer. However, we saw in this release of the top 500 the HPCG benchmark. So we now have the number one high performance conjugate gradient. And for AI, we now have the number one mixed mode benchmark. We see a lot of numbers that says, oh, it's, 20 exaflops, 40 exaflops. And these theoretical calculations of, how flops run back and forth, you know, can be measured, and there is a benchmark. And we build the number one machine for AI as well, which makes Tammy's life a lot easier
Absolutely.
when you can say that. The other thing is that we have 6 machines in the top 10, and that's only happened twice before. We have the expertise, we have the capability to deliver, and we've been doing that for 3 years now. We deliver exascale machines. It's what we do.
Yeah, we certainly noted the growing, expanding presence of Europe toward the top of the list.
Yes.
Yeah. And now we're moving really into this AI factory idea, and that seems like a natural fit for you all. But uh, you know, the HPC technologies driving these AI factories. How do you all plan to compete in that really exploding market?
Um, so what people have discovered with these large language models is that they run more efficiently with the more interconnect they have between the nodes. So they run less efficiently when you just have north-south communications in and out of the boxes, like you find in the majority of hybrid clouds. What people are able to do is look at technology such as, this box behind us, the EX, And because of the very dense networking, which plays so well into the scientific workloads, it means that the LLMs run. And because they run faster, they run more efficiently, they run quicker, they consume less electricity. So from a business standpoint, it's worth investing in the liquid cooled technology. It's worth investing in HPC technology. And we're not standing forward. You know, we have roadmaps from, you know, AMD, Intel, NVIDIA. You know, Jensen talked about at GTC, talked about a megawatt rack. You know, and you're not cooling that with air.
Right.
And you're not cooling it, dunking it in a can of oil. You know, we've got to have DLC, we've got to have technology, and we will be providing systems for our customers, you know, that go out beyond that technology. So this technology is today, and it enables us to put today's and tomorrow's processors and GPUs in, but we're also prepared for 27, 28, and there will be next generation platforms coming out, which we can't talk about, but we will be able to talk about, and you'll see how density stays the same, because you can't get much more in there. There's not a lot of free space, but you'll see better efficiency, more performance, and the importance of liquid cooling, both for the scientific workloads and the AI workloads, will be extremely important. And so it's our customers that drive those requirements, and it's our engineering job to deliver, and that'll happen for both HPC and AI.
In the HPC realm, there's uncertainty about direction, say in the U.S. of the Department of Energy, the next generation of leadership systems. Do you all have any views about broad-based directions, or what we might see with the next round of these big systems?
Like anybody else, we are affected by politics. But like anybody else, we're not going to comment on politics. However, I do not believe that whatever happens in the short term will impact the continuous advancement of high-performance computing. And science isn't getting, you know, any easier. In fact, it's getting harder. We're going to need more, bigger machines, and that is going to continue, and we will continue to deliver platforms to support that science.
Yes.
I was just going to say, and also sovereigns are looking to be able to build their internal capabilities within their borders. They don't want to be dependent on other countries for their systems. They don't want to be dependent on other countries for their data or for the control of their data. We're helping those entities, those sovereign entities, build AI factories within their borders, being able to build their own competitive advantage, being able to maintain their sovereign data, being able to run it both with just public sector as well as public-private consortiums. So you've got everything from, you know, population services all the way up to national defense being impacted by this. And we have the capabilities and the services in these countries to be able to help do that. So we don't have the constraints that a lot of other companies have, where they don't have dedicated internal employees in these locations, and we've got that.
Now, Ben, you all picked this particular location to conduct this conversation.
Yes.
What is it that's right behind us here?
So this is our 100% fanless, direct liquid cooled solution. This is the X4000. These are the platforms that power the top 3 exascale machines in the top 500.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, great. So we've been with Tami Wessley and Ben Bennett of HPE, and thanks so much for your time.
Pleasure. Thank you.